stage, Tuy Buckner.
Can I have a mic?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Hi. My name is Tuy Buckner. My Vietnamese name is Tuy, but you can call me Tuy. It's okay. First of all, I'd like to say I'm very honored to be here, to be able to talk to you. I'm a little nervous, but I'll chalk that up to dyslexia. In Vietnam, they say that everyone has a number. Mine just happens to be very lucky. When I was, sorry, don't remember. During the Vietnam War, I contracted polio in Sadak, Đông Tháp. I then was transferred to an orphanage in Saigon called Alambi. And in 1974, I was adopted to an American family in Berkeley, California. I grew up with 3 brothers, 3 sisters. 5 of us were adopted and 3 of us were disabled. But our family loved us all equally. We were always encouraged to participate in the family events, like when we went downhill skiing. So did I. What else did I do? Yeah, rock climbing, hacky sack. Nope. Oh, hacky sack. That's not hacky sack, but we'll get there. And then, what else did I do? I wheeled marathons. I kayaked. Basically, I did everything. I'm extremely lucky to grow up in the San Francisco Bay Area because they have a very strong disabled community. In 1980, in Berkeley, California, they had the very first curb cut at a major intersection for wheelchairs. I have traveled 34 different countries and I've done something. I've had to overcome a lot of accessibility issues. The fact when I joined Vietnamese, the Peace Walk in 1991 here in Vietnam, that's me, a little nervous again, dyslexia, don't worry. I'm amongst the first returning overseas Vietnamese people to come back, and I've fallen in love with my mother country. In 1993, like in a fairy tale, against all odds, I was able to find my biological mother, who is sitting next to me today. Hi, Mom! And there she is. I was only 22 years old in college, like many of you, and many of the fun people are a little older, don't know. I didn't have money back then when I found my mother, and I told her that I can't make up for the past. But I promised her that I would try to have a future with her. And 30 years later, here we are now. And then this is why I get nervous, I have to read a little bit there. So I have a rather unique view on accessibility here in Vietnam. When I first came in '91, if you were disabled, you were considered a financial burden on your family and often considered a second-class citizen. Women were seamstresses, men fixed bikes, sold lotto, or begged on the streets, and that was pretty much it. During the mid-90s, my friend David Dang and I, he is the founder of AbleNet. We opened up a school in Da Nang to help the disabled people from the war get an education in computers, business, and English. We got financial donations and used computers from the tech companies in Silicon Valley, which we use in our school. We ran that school successfully for 3 years and then took that business model and created a print shop run by our students, our disabled students, for the next 3 years. Now let me tell you some stories. In 1989, when I was a senior in high school, I took $20, bought some screen door shock absorbers, and applied them to my forearm crutches, and created shock absorbing crutches. I won the engineering division for the state of Hawaii that year. When I went to San Francisco State, when I was in college, I helped teach a class to help students build third wheel wheelchair out of $200 of material. I have traveled the length of Vietnam quite a few times. One of my biggest accessibility issues is that doors are too small for wheelchairs to go through, and restrooms. Okay. Before and even now, Vietnam still uses the 2-footprint hole in the ground type toilet, which I can't obviously use. So a lot of times on my travel, I have to go to mini hotels, find a bathroom that I could use, rent a room so I could use it and then go on my merry way. Even when visiting my mom in the countryside, I gave her money to make an accessible bathroom because I was tired of going in a bucket in the corner behind the sheet. At that time, she used the how do I put it? The potty squat shack over the river type toilet, which is kind of hard to use. When I was living in Da Nang, during that time, I took a 50cc scooter and made it into a 3-wheel during the 90s. I drove from Da Nang to Hue and back over the Hai Long Pass. Wow. Not always the smartest, but you know, hey. In 2000, President Clinton came to Vietnam, and because of my work with AbleNet, I was invited to become a part of an information technology delegation, which we talked about the future of the internet here in Vietnam. I had the opportunity to go see President Clinton at Ho Chi Minh City Hall. But to do so, and lack of accessibility, I ended up getting out of my wheelchair, climbing up and down the stairs, and pulling my wheelchair behind me so I could go see Clinton. I think it was worth it. Now, I run a custom jewelry design house where we use the latest in technology of 3D printing and CAD design. I see Vietnam changing, growing, and becoming a major player on the world stage. I also see that Vietnam still has a long way to become inclusive for people in all walks, wheels of life. I want to commend MRIT and the industry partners for creating a competition that helps keep Vietnam on the right track. Congratulations and thank you everyone involved. For the students involved in the competition, I don't want to wish you luck. I want you to use your skill, your intellect, your imagination, your compassion when designing. Remember, inclusion, not exclusion, will help you win this competition. I can't wait to see you guys, what you guys come up with. Thank you.